I just harvested garlic that's going to last me for a year. I use it for flea medicine for my dogs. We use it almost every night for cooking, and of course, medicine in general. In order to preserve this garlic for a year, there is an essential thing that I have to do, and I'm going to show you exactly what that is. We'll be taking all this massive amount of garlic and curing it for 2 weeks. But what does that mean? How do we do it? And that is the secret sauce that we're talking about today in curing your garlic. Before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more health and homesteading content, and check out those YouTube memberships for more one-on-one support. Let's get building. What's really cool about this harvest this year is that I saved all the seed from last year. So I didn't have to buy one garlic seed or one garlic clove in order to get just as much garlic this year. It's one of my favorite crops to grow. It's super pest resistant, disease resistant, and really easy if you get the right variety and at the right time of year. Make sure to check out my YouTube video on how to plant garlic. But I just harvested all this garlic. So the next step is curing garlic. And in order to do that, I need to make sure my garlic is outside but out of the elements so no rain can get on it. I don't want to wash off any of the dirt. I'm going to keep it as is. And you can get really creative for how you cure your garlic. There's many ways to do it. Essentially, it just needs to be laid out in a breathable space outside where it can have the heat help cure it, and outside of any rain. In the past, I've always used a lounge chase in order to lay out my garlic, but this year I'm getting creative. I am going to make an onion garlic tree, and I'm going to show you how. I am using one long 8-foot 1x2, and these quarter rounds cut into 2 feet lengths. I'm going to arrange them on the 1x2, and then I'm going to hang it up right above me underneath this porch, because this is usually where I set up my lounge chase. You are looking at the roof of my porch. This is the space where I usually set up the lounge chase because it's outside, but it's protected from the elements. I usually put it kind of here in the middle so that way rain's not coming in from on outside of the porch. And for this cool onion tree, I'm actually going to be hanging it from the top here, but I don't want it to obstruct my walking path right here. So I'm going to hang it on these rafters. And because I've got these rafters in this unique position, we've marked out exactly where that would sit on our 1x2. And now we are laying out these pieces that are going to be fairly narrow, just about 1/2 inch, for us to slip our green tops into and let the garlic hang upside down. Now for any garlic enthusiasts out there that are thinking, oh, but can you cure it upside down or upside right or on the side? What do you do? I've tried it in all ways, y'all, and I have found it doesn't matter. So I'm curing my garlic upside down with the tops at the very top. Now we could probably take this thing super casual and do like some half effort chops and spacing in between everything, but our style is to go with it fairly intentionally and try to really measure what we're doing, and so that way it's a beautiful piece. And so what we're doing is first arbitrarily spacing out each 2-foot, what are these called, quarter rounds? Quarter rounds. And that's just based on a general sense of how many we could fit on this thing, cutting them into 2-foot segments. What we're paying attention to a little bit more is the space in between the 2 quarter rounds that are going to hold the actual garlic. And so what we're measuring is the largest stem and the smallest garlic bulb to know what will hold up in between these two, how much should we space these two apart, and we want to make sure that we don't space them too far apart for any really small garlics to just fall right through. Since the 1x2 is a thin piece of wood, we are going to be drilling pilot holes wherever our quarter rounds are going to go to make sure that it doesn't split. We marked exactly where we're going to be doing our pilot holes on the quarter rounds. We are using the 564 Pilot Point drill. This one would probably be better for the screws that we have, but we don't have it, so we're just using this one. We're using these flatheads, number 6, 1 inch. One row is done, and it fits perfectly our smallest stock and also our largest. And all we did to measure it was use one of the quarter rounds right in the center. It's called the garlic tree. I realized I sent my husband to Home Depot to get material and I requested 2x4s. He chose the 1x2s and these, so that way it would be much easier and less time consuming to pre-drill and drill everything through. And you could adjust this however is most comfortable for you, and of course according to the space that you would be setting it up in. We're hanging ours is by actually just attaching it to the beams here underneath our porch with the same screws that we used for these, and then hanging the very ends. Since it is pretty lightweight, that means that with the weight of the garlic, it could bend and flop over, but we're gonna have some hanging support, and we added these little hooks here, and then we've got some chains. I'm gonna show you exactly how we do that. Obviously, it's gonna be much easier to hang the garlic once this is already in place, so let's get to it. I think one of my favorite things about this design is how easy it is for me to do this by myself. I've got these hooks with chains here, so I can go ahead and hook it up on both sides before I screw it in. So now I've got it in position, I'm gonna secure it to the top. That was so easy. I do want to go back and make sure that I'm hanging it at the right height for optimal support. I think that looks great. Bring in the garlic. You gonna pass the garlic to me and show me which ones you want to do? Okay, you might be. Just don't step on any garlic. Here, you can do all of them from here.
So it was way ahead.
All I gotta say is that this is one of the most satisfying projects I think we've done. Or maybe the projects just keep getting better, I don't know. But I really love this thing. It makes so much sense. It's really beautiful. It's gonna be awesome walking through here. And it's the perfect way to cure my garlic for 2 weeks with perfect airflow. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making this project and filming it for you. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more health and homesteading content, and check out those YouTube memberships for more one-on-one support.